question. Yes, in fact, did get. Let's get recap. Apparently, Skype is quite some time to get me connected here.
He's still in here.
So I'm back now.
Yay.
So to, of course, answer my question of did I get disconnected, guys? And I got blaring silence, and all of a sudden my internet icon pops up going, internet interrupted. So, Kay, you rolled a success, a threat, and a triumph, I see.
No, that was the wrong skill.
That was coercion, not coordination. So, yes.
Ooh. So
No,
apparently I
no, he
wasn't
rolled.
the only one to crash. So as we last left off here, you were trying to get the touchy device of some kind that is Dead Man Switch guy's feet, and you bump his finger out of the way and you clench down on the device, or you try to, and there just be a hint of a second when the device plunger goes up and you see the little blinking green light turn steady green, and then you push it back down again and it turns bright red on the controller as something is. But you do have an advantage. What would you like for that advantage?
Um,
You can totally blame it on Quinn's driving because he was totally hitting things too bumpy.
Whatever. 2 triumphs, please. Thank you. With 4
blue
successes.
for the next guy. We're gonna need it.
Okay, blue for the next guy. Okay, so all of a sudden, whatever the device was, you have a secure belief that you did not plunge it down in time. Tried to smack his
Yeah.
hand off. It went off for just a fraction of a second. And
You're a shit from Kay. Yeah, you should have just taped his hand shut around it. That's what
as you
duct
know,
tape's for.
Quinn's giving you helpful advice as he's getting monitors talking about the hyperspace engine shutting down. Like, shut down. Like, Scotty, give it all you got, shut down. And so what's Oni doing?
Well, I walk into this scene like, what on earth is going on in here? And
The spy's trying to blow up the ship.
You've got, warning lights on the engines popping up for the hyperspace engines. You got Kay holding the guy's whatever he had in his hand while he's out cold. Big lump on the side of his head matches the shape of the window in front of them.
well, looks like you got it under control. What's it? How do I mechanic Rigger's strain back?
Well, you need to get a bust out a toolbox and give us a mechanical check.
Kentucky. Is there a toolbox at hand?
There happens to conveniently be a toolbox hanging on a wall next to the first aid kit.
Okay, so grab a tool. Grab a tool and go see if I can fix Rigger.
Okay, Rigger's completely out of strain. Rigger's had a tough time and now knows not to put her data ports in strange places. And Oni definitely wants to make sure that he fixes Rigger. He's got a new relationship as the new guy. Go ahead and give me your mechanics check. Wow, so
All right, got my upgrade in there.
yes, I do.
Okie doke. All right.
Okay, so you go up to Rigger and you're just like, okay, Rigger, it's gonna be okay. Give me a sec. back online. And all of a sudden, Rigger's point of view kind of pops up with the camera right in your face, and you're kind of smiling super close to the camera in the weird, crappy anime way, so your face is all distorted. And you're just like, it's gonna be okay. And immediately, Rigger kind of like whoop 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 with 2 strain,
2 strain.
2 whole strain. Which
Oh,
means Rigger knows not to exert herself because she's now up to only 2 strain.
So, you guys got this under control, huh? Managed to do it without me.
Wow. Depends on what the device did.
Well, it didn't do anything, did it?
As Kay's holding the
Is that-
device and it's now got a solid red light. As he's sure he saw it blink solid green and then it turned to solid red when he pushed the button back down.
Red's a good thing, right?
No, it's not a good thing.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I mean, isn't red the color of Rebel blasters?
And hey, I'm Big Red.
So who's gonna do what first? Quinn's got some ship problems here. Rigger is able to roll a cool as she's going through her system wake up, where she's spinning her head around clockwise then counterclockwise, and opens her panel and sticks out some of her manipulators.
yay. Cool.
Totally have you guys concerned because bad guys. But
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, you got binders there, Kay?
hubba hubba.
I'm sure we do.
I mean, I don't think anyone brought binders with them to the planet, so probably comfortably locked up in somebody's cabin. Somebody would like to spend that listen. Yes, they.
I've got like rope or something. Let me see. What's it called? Micro something.
Center rope or something?
Something like that. Let me see. It's.
Kay doesn't have binders? I thought you did.
Oh, I have a spool of wire.
Huh.
It comes with the crash survival kit thing. I've got spool of wire, and I've also got high tensile microfiber line.
So you can either whip out your fiber optic line and wrap them up, or your baling wire and wrap them up. Both sound
It's
kind
just-
of harsh, but I like it for
Well,
material.
the one, the other is probably like paracord.
Yeah.
So,
So what do, Oni?
Oh, I just fixed Rigger. I was just saying I have some in my pack.
Okay.
yeah.
So
Well.
Kay, you've got the device in your hand. Quinn, you got the controls in your hand. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'll see what I can do if I can restart the hyperdrive or what's going
Don't
on.
restart the
System check.
hyperdrive yet. We don't know it will go off.
For those 3 threat, you got a list of hyperdrive failure codes that are coming up.
Okay.
You have a feeling someone's gonna have to get in the engine to fix it.
Okay. That's what I was wanting to assess.
But if you'd like details, feel free to give me a mechanics check and I can tell you deep.
Well, that would mean going to the hyperdrive to do that. I was looking for control panel information, but that's fine.
Well, computers can totally get you information on the control panel. Can't be fixed from here, but you might get some information if you.
Sure.
Okay, as you start going into the control panel and start pulling up those control codes to find out what they mean on the panel, give me your
Oh, mechanics, not computer. All right.
I'll take computer.
All right. Ready?
Yep. So I can hereby confirm for true success that yes, you know 100% for sure it's saying someone needs to go reset the manual fuses.
Okay.
Basically, when you popped out too hot and heavy, and it broke some like major life-saving fail-safe safeties to trigger. And somebody will have to go in there and give me an average mechanics check, basically, get them to work again.
Okay. Then I'll give a blue to somebody who's going to go next.
Are we able to go in right now and fix it, or do we have to?
Well, we
You can-
also need to figure out what the device is attached to the hyperdrive by this guy.
And you can totally do it now, but it is a bit of a jaunt. I mean, it is the exact other end of the ship.
Okay, just making sure, because
You can totally start heading that way, but it's going to take you like 3 turns to get there.
Okay.
And that's with like double booking.
Okay. So then we need to figure out what the device did. There's no warning of anything happening.
Nothing other than many warnings of the hyperdrive having issues right now. So
Okay.
Yoho hit the emergency brake on the subway.
I go to sleep for a little while. Anyway, so then how can we find out what happened? Like, what did the
In
device?
what regard?
You
Like-
need to go figure out what the device is.
Yeah.
You can
Like-
snap the
find it.
device out of Kay's hand and actually take it apart and find out what it does.
Is
you
that a
could-
mechanics?
Yeah, that would be a mechanics roll. You could
Can
totally
I do?
go to the ship's computer and do some scanning. That would totally be a computer's roll.
Well, he said it was something he put on the hyperdrive, right?
That's
So
what he
the
said.
the other part of the trigger should be on the hyperdrive somewhere.
If he wasn't lying.
Well,
Hmm.
When it's my turn again, I want to pat this guy down, like search him for anything that might give a clue.
Oh my. So who's going next? Kay? Trigger?
I mean, I'd like to go, but like my computer is not that good at the moment. I mean, for green, my mechanics is better.
Okay, I can do the computer stuff if you do the mechanics.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and wander towards the bridge because I just felt a slam out of hyperspace and I hit my head. I want to ask Quinn what the fuck is going on.
Oh, big time. The ship totally did a Star Trek jolt. You know, where you banged into one wall and banged into the other wall, and you're just like, okay. Driving this.
sorry, didn't have time to give a brace for impact warning.
All right. So Kay first.
Y'all tell me.
That's what I'm saying. Kay, go first.
Okay, ready?
Okay, so what is Kay doing? You got the device in your hand.
I've got the device in the hand, and I'm trying to use my computer skills and my computer equipment to try and see where it's transmitting to or what it's trying to do, and if I can somehow stop it from this side.
Okay, so now what do you mean your equipment? Got the device in your hand.
Right.
What equipment are you using?
The computer communication equipment that should be able to tell what things are being transmitted from this thing out to the rest of our ship.
Okay. I just needed to know so I can be specific in what my response is to that goal. Okay, so do you have anything that helps you hack Imperial communication? I.e., remove a black for compute.
I have Code Breaker, which removes a black dice for checks to break codes or decrypt communications.
There you go. That'll take out the black dice. So,
And decrease difficulty of checks by 1.
so what does that?
The same thing. Code Breaker.
Okay, so go ahead and make your check. As he starts popping the little panel off this dealio and starts, get his communications gear up, turns it on. He's like, track any signal coming off this little bastard.
Ooh.
And clearly, with your many, many successes, you quickly assess that the device is in fact transmitting a failsafe code, but it's not transmitting any code that would set off a device, the traditional blow up your engine type of thing like he was suggesting. You're totally getting a vibe that it triggered a pre-recorded message communications. At this very moment, you kind of immediately blast your attention over to the communications panel, and you see a soft little red light blinking that you're transmitting something right now. Very moment.
So it's what, a PED 21 personal distress beacon?
Maybe. As obviously we can hear Enos running through the ship.
Yeah, somebody building something.
I wouldn't say running so much as storming.
Or flouncing.
Angry stomping because his gun's missing.
My gun's missing, and then I hit my head. It's just an all-around terrible day. I got tortured earlier.
Well, too bad I didn't recognize it as a PED 21 personal distress beacon since I carry one myself.
Well, the remote control he has, yours does not have a dead man's. You didn't recognize what he was holding in his hand because it's totally a dead man's switch.
Yeah.
Yours is just that cool little communicator. You push the button and it's communicating for you.
Yeah. Hopes it makes it easier to find you.
And Kay totally believes if he opens the control panel to your communications station, he will totally find some saboteur equipment wired into it.
All right. Well, in that case, we need to get the hell out of here. So we need to get the hyperdrive worked on. Well, it's not my turn. Are we top of the order?
Not yet.
I haven't gone yet. I know I've been sleeping, but listen. So we need to get it going, so I should probably just head down there or something. Is there anything I can do up here, or?
I mean, you can totally tie up the prisoner, but running to the engine may be the better thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Sooner or later.
Yeah, I'm gonna start running over.
So immediately, Rigger turns around and zooms off to the engine. Her primary astromech protocols kicking in. She is to be dispatched. It's only going to take 3 more rounds for her to get there, pop the panel, and get into the engine to find out what's wrong.
Okay.
Okay. So top of the.
All right. Can you turn that thing off there, Kay?
Can I?
Yeah, you can totally give me a mechanics check to pop the panel and mechanically take the device out. Or you can always take a 50-50 shot and just rip it out of the wall.
It'd be better if somebody who knew electronics would do it. That's a hardware problem.
We're hearing Enos stomping around.
Something.
As Rigger opens the door and Enos looks in and sees all this catastrophe going on of, you know, devices out, communications equipment, Rigger parts on the floor.
Quinn, I think if we team up to get this device out, we'll stand a good chance of success. With your intellect and my mechanics skill, we might be able to make this happen.
Well, I have a mechanics of a yellow and 3 green, so
But you are flying the ship.
Well, mine is 2 yellow, so that
I can bring the ship to a stop.
Yeah, you totally can.
You want me to take over the ship?
Long
I mean,
silence.
if you can't do anything with the device, because I'm not going to jump anywhere until we get the device turned off, because otherwise it does no good to jump somewhere.
Right.
So,
'Cause, I'm the worst pilot amongst us, but any other place, I'm actually a really good pilot.
Amongst
Yeah,
the
no.
other schlobs, I'm a great pilot.
Don't-
Amongst you guys, I suck.
I mean, right now, don't need to do anything fancy, so I will get up and go to wherever he said the device is, and
Okay, and I'll take the chair.
Okay, so you guys do a swap around. So first, Quinn is gonna go over there and bump off the panel so it opens up and sees a strange device that looks oddly familiar, except it's got an Imperial housing, and it's got some blinky light that's wired into your communications, and it's definitely sending some kind of pre-recorded message.
all right.
Okay, so go ahead and give me.
All right.
if you want my help with it, I can turn another one yellow.
I mean, yeah, if you want to help, that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll end up with 4 yellows to make the roll.
So that's another upgrade then. Oni dives in there with you, and between the both of you, you're all pulling the spaghetti out and trying to snip it safely. What's the worst that happens?
Ready?
Yep,
You got my upgrade?
got your upgrade twice.
Yep. All right.
All right, so it takes a few moments, but you guys pull out the device, and I'm assuming you're deactivating it by crushing its batteries or popping it out or something.
Yeah, whatever I got to do, checking it out the window, whatever.
Checking out the window in a spaceship. Careful, guys! I gotta roll the window down. Everybody, put your masks on.
And hold on tight to something.
Okay, so you pull the device out and then pop basically the batteries out of it, and the blinky light slowly fades. Device.
All right.
I terrify you, saying nothing about the threat. Okay, so in the meantime, Kay is now in the cockpit and kind of looks at the viewfinder for the first time, and he's like, "What is the purple, green, orange clouds that we're flying into right now?" As Quinn says, "What do you mean flying into?" So, hey. Go
Piloting
ahead.
check?
Huh?
Piloting check?
Yep, go ahead and give me a piloting check. Nice, piloting. As the ship is going to get hit with one system strain as he kind of jukes the controllers to try to avoid some weird static explosion that happens in the orange part of the nebula here.
I told you, anywhere else, I'm actually kind of good.
So whoever's in charge of the ship right now, please put one system.
Do we have a ship thing for that ship? Don't see it.
I just have my my X-wing on mine.
Apparently you
So now
have not. So now we know the ship has taken one strain.
Because, yeah, I know we had the Nimbus ship, but we don't have...
Yep, you haven't taken the other one out in combat yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
didn't think so.
And Kay seems to be doing a good job of holding his own out there. I mean, For some
Yeah,
reason,
mean-
this must be like the dog nebula, because there sounds like when you hit the gas in the nebula, there's this barking sound coming off the hull of your ship. Got a pair of dogs barking their ass off in the backyard of Mouse. Okay, so Quinn has disabled the communications device. Kay is piloting the ship. What is Enos, Rigger, and doing?
I'm running.
Okay, so that's gonna
Wheeling
be
quickly.
her second round of booking her butt to the hyperspace engine.
Has anyone actually tied the guy up yet?
Nope.
No.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so what are you tying him up with?
I have synth rope.
Okay, so you immediately start hog tying him up. Do me a favor, just so I know. What is your coordination?
Coordination bad. Survival probably better. Hopefully better.
Yeah, how good was your Boy Scout skills? Did you learn your knot tying?
I think the answer to both of those things is actually going to be quite bad. Coordination is 3 green. Survival is 2 green.
So give me whichever one of those you want to use. I've got a blue dice in there. Have the patient out cold, and you got the rope.
Okay.
I just want to see how well you tie him up. Just for my own information. You know, like maybe when he wakes up.
Oh my.
Ah.
Okay, guys, I got him.
That bump on the head, man.
Well, hey, I did tie him up effectively. That did in fact happen.
And
So
yet,
you finish tying him up, and you're just like you're literally like a professional Mandalorian cowboy. You finish tying him up, and you put your hands in the air to stop the clock for the hog tie. And you kind of like look over at Kay and Quinn. You're like, I got him. He's all tied up. What's that? And you point out the viewfinder, where there's a slight metallic silver streak in the nebula. And then some weird like distortion of nebula gas doing what nebula gas does. So
All right.
I'm not good at it, but can I make an astrogation roll to try and see where we are?
that would be a very good thing to do.
Oops. Can you
Let's
get
see.
rid of all that?
You probably
Red?
don't want to roll until I say you're ready to roll. I mean, there was some good blue dice there, but you probably don't want the rest of the garbage. Okay, so go ahead and take your roll. You're like, dear nav computer, we're in the ass end of space. Where are we? And it says,
This is the second time that my easier roll has worse results.
as it's just saying, processing, proceed to the root, dot. As the nav computer is really kind of confused about where the heck. But you have an advantage.
Okay, can my advantage be?
I have totally have a thing for one advantage if you want.
Yeah.
The nav computer was probably distracted while trying to process where you are because there is a gravitational disturbance, i.e., someone coming out of hyperspace, not too far away in the distance ahead of you guys. Maybe that's what Patriot was talking about. What's that out in the finder?
Okay. I think we've got a ship incoming. Can someone get on sensors? Who's good?
You're the computers guy.
Yeah. I am taking this turn to jump back into a pilot seat, and I will run astrogations.
Oh, I wanted to drive.
Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and calculate astrogation since obviously Kay was like
Yes.
distracted by something up ahead, and you're just like, that's later me's problem.
Yeah.
Right now,
I
me
saw
needs to
did.
get away out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your astrogation.
All right.
Wow.
That's how you do that shit.
Okay, so for those 2 threats, take some personal.
I can do that.
They already gave me what I was wanting. I'm good with that. So what would you like for your triumph?
I get that shit like right now.
Okay, so immediately you found out that you were on like the ass end of the outer rim in some unknown quadrant of the galaxy that's not been mapped out well. The only thing you do know is that the mining guild tries to seasonally come out here, process the nebula gases for their, value.
Right.
And if you totally had a photon torpedo, I mean, totally shoot one into one of the nebulas and cause some problems. Just
No, we just have concussion missiles.
I mean, those are really, that's like slim to none of causing any problems in the. And clearly your astrogation check totally confirms that yes, there is a fairly large ship that popped out of hyperspace in the nebula.
Right. All right. Somebody else?
Are you intending to do
Next
the
turn,
fly?
I can start scanning.
My intent is to astrogate away from here and use the backup hyperdrive to get us moving the hell out of here at the moment.
All right. Should I take the stick then?
Well, so far we've got Kay in the control panel and we've got Quinn in the control panel.
Yeah, I was hoping to nudge Kay out of the way if I'm going to be flying with him.
As he just comes up and kind of puts his butt towards the chair, pushing Kay with his butt.
Hey, make with the scanners. Make with the scanners. I got this.
Okay, I'll go back to the scanners.
Okay, so you vacate this seat just enough that Oni can kind of slip on in there.
So I'll be doing. Yeah. Once I'm in the seat, though, am I going to need to make any piloting rules this round, or can I try to see what that other ship is?
You could do either or. Want to do a perception or computer scanners? Your ship will just keep forward. Or you can take the controls and change the destination for.
Well, I have a feeling that randomly being out here, that's probably not a friendly ship, so I'm going to see if I can turn us around and go the other way.
Okay, so give me your piloting check as you jump down in and you start flipping the switches and you look over at Quinn and you're like, I got this. Gas the ship to get away.
Are they chasing us or anything like that?
Not
haven't
that
had a
you
chance
can
to
tell.
determine.
I mean, nobody really perceived them with the perception check or used the scanners to ping them to see what they're doing. You just saw the beautiful entrance out of hyperspace.
Yeah, I doubt that's friendly. Until I know it's friendly, I am going to turn it around and head the opposite direction.
Okay, give me a piloting check.
Oh, okay.
As you start to turn in this nebula and realize, God, I hate nebula. Like flying through.
Are you
And
kidding?
yes, you might want to get on the gunner's panel.
Okay, I'll hop on one.
Wow.
As you turn it around and the ship's turning really unresponsibly. It's got zero power running to it practically. You're belting this thing to spin around on a dime and it's barely doing space
Yeah.
bus.
Well,
And
for
that's
a reference, we are negative. The ship does have a -1 handling, by the way.
I cancel a black though.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I swing us around and maybe increase our speed by 1. You can do that as a maneuver, right?
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Okay, so I'll work on turning around and increase the speed.
Okay, so for your maneuver, you hit the gas and you're like, come on, baby. As the ship turns with its jets flaring nice and bright in the nebula, making some weird purplish off gas. Okay, so you've got the ship turned around. You hit the gas to get a little speed going there. Who's going next?
Is
So I'm
this the
assuming-
next turn yet?
Well,
Yeah.
Enos is taking his turn,
Okay.
and you're popping into the gunner's hatch.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so Kay, what are you doing?
I'm going to scan the incoming ship.
Okay, so Kay's like on the scanning table and he's like flipping the scanners to get them active. And as you fire up, there is because of the nebula, or I should say a black. So go ahead and roll your computer ready for pinging the sensor. Kay's like, I'll get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
Oh, so apparently Kay has got all the secrets. So what would you like for triumph as you're taking a point of stress? You're jumping into the new console. You're trying to get comfortable and start logging in the sensor sweep.
I get if the ship is running any fake ID, I know it's fake ID and I know what the real ship is.
Okay, I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, it is not running a fake ID. And in a
Okay.
moment, when I tell you what it is, I mean, I can totally tell you what it is if you want to change what you want your triumph for.
Oh, yeah. In that case,
Would you like me to tell you more?
yeah, tell me more.
Your scan immediately gets a ping back by a Imperial or Decimator class ship. It's basically a heavily armored Imperial patrol craft that is totally heading in your directions because you guys got its attention. Especially when you turned around and went the complete other direction. And you do know it's going pretty fast. So it'll take a while for it to catch you. It's going pretty fast.
Do I get the name of the ship?
It is the Moff's Vengeance.
Um,
And I'm sure they're totally not suspicious. The Imperial 911 text message coming up, and then all of a sudden it went.
right. Okay. In that case, for my triumph, can that be one of the ships that my hack of the Ashan's Vengeance is giving me information on?
Ooh, I will give that to you for that.
Oh, you know what?
As all of a sudden there's that, would you like to know more? Your records show you have status on this ship.
Uh-huh.
And basically it tells you that the captain personnel file, as you skim rather quickly, up and coming command officer, just given the role, he's using career, blah blah blah. He is very eager for some easy victory.
Okay, I'll relay that.
Okay, who are you relaying it to?
The rest of the ship.
Okay. As Rigger's making some kind of rude gestures, you're distracting her. She's running towards the. I don't care about imperial politics, right?
Hey Jim,
Yeah?
on the spectrum of like Gazanti to Architans to Star Destroyer, where ish does the Decimator fall?
I will totally take this brief moment to say, David, would you like to give him a breakdown of the Imperial Decimator out of character?
The Imperial Decimator. We've had one of those.
The 5 million credit ship. It has a pilot, co-pilot, engineer, at least 2 gunners. Has a possible complement of troops as well. It's got a rather useful hyperspace engine. Has great acceleration. And
yeah, it's -3 handling, very armored, lots of points, lots of weapons.
Fair number of weapons.
What
Yeah,
are
it's got quad. It's got quad-mounted laser cannons, turret, top and bottom, forward-mounted twin concussion missiles. So actually only has 3 sets of weapons, but they are turret, quad-mounted turrets.
And on the plus side, you do know it's basically a patrol craft. So it could have randomly been out here in just the nearest ship to respond to the signal.
Yeah, could have, but
That is an odd weapons layout for an Imperial ship.
It's
what,
very, very
quad-mounted
combat heavy.
dorsal?
Yeah, the quad-mounted dorsal ventral is a much more civilian type configuration.
What are we flying, by the way?
Your nice civilian commercial ship that has barely enough weapons to keep pirates away.
Wow, that was weird. My headset just randomly powered off.
Oof.
So, but as I was saying, no, I mean, quad-mounted dorsal and ventral turrets with missiles. I don't know if that's all that weird. Just
For
so you're
Imperial,
aware,
it seems like a very defensive configuration. Typically, more offensive configurations are more forward-facing stuff.
Remember, this is a patrol ship, so
turrets fire all directions. That's pretty offensive.
Yep.
So actually, I was just looking. I thought the Nimbus was the other ship, but actually the Nimbus is our patrol craft that we're in. So that actually is loaded up in there. And
where's it loaded?
it's the character sheet. So there was a crypt from a long time ago on here. Would that have been repaired while we were down for 3 months?
probably not. It makes for a good undercover ship.
Okay, that's fine. It's owned by one, repaired.
As at that very moment,
Vehicle
back on your
has
station,
no
the
offense,
chief
suffer
mechanic's like,
force.
there was something on my to-do list that I forgot to do, and I can't. I gotta learn to start writing stuff down.
Oh, this thing doesn't have shields? Ooh.
that doesn't. Well, it's because of they were down because of that incident, and then we didn't play forever to repair the shields.
And nobody thought it was important at the time. I mean, it's not like it's your combat craft.
So it does have 2 and 1, but because of this, let's see, decreased defense in affected zone, or an affected defense zone to 0, and all other defense zones by 1 point until repaired. If ship or vehicle has no defense, suffer force system strain. So decrease defense in affected defense zone to 0 and all other defense zones by 1 until repaired. So, okay, I don't remember what defense zone that was done in.
I think it was your front.
Okay, so then we're capable of bringing 1 up in the aft and 0 up in the front. Since apparently we didn't repair it, I would think that would be something we would have done if we kept playing, but okay. We're fucked.
Sadly, you're in the middle of a war, and the pretense was, what's more important, your combat craft or the leisure craft?
Well, we were down for like 2 months game time, so, but okay. Fun. We're gonna have a good time here with no shields.
That's why they call us rebels, ragtag fleet.
Yeah, well, like I said, we're gonna
Can't get all that stuff fixed.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be fucked if we get hit. So.
Yep.
Let's try not to get hit then.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? You have a clear head start. I mean,
All
granted,
right,
it is coming straight at you, but it is also coming straight at you because it got a message straight from your ship saying that there's ISB agents in distress, I think.
Yeah.
What's our current speed heading away from it?
Currently, your speed is 1.
Just 1? Okay. Well, are we at like the top of the initiative order or what?
Yep, top of the order.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to start plotting astrogation.
Vroom, vroom.
I'm going to start the astrogation plotting.
Jim, I'm just keeping my eyes out. That's all I'm doing. So if there's anything I can make a perception check for, let me know.
Okay, let me check. Yeah. Far.
Yep.
So
Now I'm plotting us.
As difficult.
Yep. Plotting a short jump towards Horror Sub
Okay.
system.
Go ahead and make it astrogate.
Did you get my upgrade?
I did.
All right.
Okay, you have a nice, beautiful course set and ready to go. If only the engines were on.
We have a backup drive of 12.
Are you actually going to have someone use the backup?
I'm operating and plotting and firing up the backup drive.
Okay, so as you maneuver, you're hitting the backup drive?
Yes.
Okay, so immediately, Rigger's running to get to the hyperdrive. You guys are freaking out because there's a decimator coming straight down your throat, and that's the way you don't want them coming at you. You want them flying away and fleeing so you can shoot them from behind. And you hit the 12 class hyperdrive.
Yep.
That makes this.
Not as fast as regular, but it gets us jump out of here.
And you hear this choo. And as you are taking this rather not too difficult course for a normal hyperdrive, the emergency backup hyperdrive is going to take 9 hours to do what should be like a 30-minute jump.
Oh my.
So while you're in hyperspace, we have a screen swipe of 9 hours, and as you guys are getting ready to pop out of hyperspace,
Okay,
what
if
have
we're
you
actually
done?
in hyperspace and away from the other ship,
Uh-huh.
I want to make sure that the spy's secured, and that he does, and then search him to make sure he doesn't have anything else up his sleeve, like lock picks or shiv or anything like I'd have.
Anything like I'd have. I like that. So, roll off there. Go ahead and give me a vigilant perception. He's like, check him again. Drop him to his skivvies just to be sure. And after
Okay, tell me when you're ready.
go for it. After Scott makes his roll, Rigger, go ahead and give mechanics.
Whoa!
No.
Wow.
I can wait.
So you do find two concealed vibro monomolecular knives on him, one hidden on his wrist, the other taped to his calf type of deal. You find a communicator on him, and you find another one of those little remote controlled dealios.
And then I fall unconscious.
Go ahead and take.
Yeah, and then I fall unconscious.
Oh,
Does 2 strain take you out?
Yes.
yeah.
1 strain takes me out.
Okay, so Kay basically is exhausted at this point after searching the prisoner, and Kay's just like, I'll be in my bunk. Kay goes to get some sack time during the hyperspace trip. You are all completely confident with the ID badge, the data pad, the two data sticks, and the 2 knives, and the another booby trap device he has on him that Kay has properly checked the prisoner for everything. So in those
Yeah,
9
but
hours,
don't take my word for it.
in those 9 hours, as we screen swipe to the end of the hyperspace, slow ass Riven Miss Daisy jaunt. Is there anything special you guys have done besides Rigger trying to fix the?
I could use a little medicine.
I would like to, if possible, go over like tactics and emergency drills with everyone. We come out of
Aw.
hyperspace and they're sitting there waiting for us because this is what I do. I am a commander. This is my job.
Okay. So first, Rigger, go ahead and give.
You. I was about to click it. I don't like that. Mean. All right, mechanics. Here we go.
You got this. See, you got this. That's all you need was one success, and you just like you're like bashing your dome into the breaker box to get it to reset because it's being persnickety, and eventually you hit it, and the hyperspace engine coming, and you're just like, as soon as we come out of this slow ass trip you put us in, actually fly and die.
Mm-hmm.
As you've got the real hyperspace engine back up, and it's making a very pleasant sound. As opposed to the unpleasant sound when someone hit the emergency brake.
Hey, guy was a dude like we wanted, and so you know what?
The engine's
I
totally
ain't
asking for you not to do that again.
I'm not apologizing.
And yes, the engine talks
Nobody
in a very
else-
peculiar accent.
Nobody else seemed to be able to get the guy knocked out, so
I'm not complaining.
And who's doing the medicine?
Quinn,
Gee,
you mind catching me up a little bit?
And what is the difficulty for that roll?
I'm at 9 out of 13. So I'm above half.
Talking 2 purple?
I guess that's right.
I guess.
Okay, go ahead and roll that medicine when ready.
I guess I'll do that instead of fixing chips and stuff. All right, ready?
Yep. Okay, so you take a point of strain from Quinn's nervous energy as he's surgery. You get 1 wound back.
Yeah, let's look at that just to make sure.
See if there's anything on your talent tree.
Yeah, because I already got the blue, which is automatic with my 1 deal. Medicine check, character heals wounds, target heals 1 additional wound per rank of surgeon, so that's 2 points.
2 wounds back. So that means you're only down, what, 1?
If I got two back, I'm down by 2, and then 1 strain missing. But that's not such a big deal.
He got nervous when his hand.
Well, it's, yeah, a lot of other stuff going on, so yeah.
All of a sudden, his hands were working like he was piloting instead of he was surgery. A little heavy on the throttle there.
Anybody else, crits or anything like that need to be dealt with?
I don't think I have any crits.
So if I sleep for 8 hours,
I got one you could take care of.
If I sleep for 8 hours, does my strain come back?
Yes. As soon as we figure out what everyone has done, we will screen swipe till you pop out wherever Quinn wanted you to pop out, and everyone is fully recovered.
All right.
From
So-
wounds or both?
Quinn, I've got an average if you can help me with that.
Yep.
Am I recovered? Because I don't know if that. Wait, hold.
It's going to be you recovered all of your strain because you had a nice rest.
Yay! Okay. I get it.
So I'm gonna do is medium or 2 purple crit. They're on Enos. So when you got that set up. Wow. Spinning
Okay, I
them
got
dark
2
side
purple
points.
crit there.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Bang.
Take care of his crit like a boss, like only Quinn, Medicine's Celestin can do.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, Quinn, what is the location that you guys eventually pop out? Which quick hops to get a jump with real hyperspace?
There was
Um,
one other thing I wanted to do before we come out of hyperspace, though.
Okay,
I wanted
what's
to
that?
go through. I wanted to go through the ship while we were in hyperspace and just peek around, make sure that this guy didn't leave any other unpleasant surprises for us.
Oh, okay. And you're flipping a light side before I even touch them. Okay. Go ahead and make your perception or vision.
I'm using perception. And you got my upgrade?
I do have your upgrade there.
All right, here we go. Whoa!
You believe the ship is completely clean of any other tampering. And what would you like for that advantage? Triumph, by the way.
Wow. Huh.
All of a sudden, he's stunned with silence. Have we ever heard Oni this silent?
All right. Well. So I don't find anything.
Everything seems to be A-okay. That other controller must have totally been a dud that hadn't been used.
All right. Man, I don't know. Any suggestions for the triumph there, anybody? Here's one. Let me just
I
throw
mean,
this
I've
out.
got a suggestion for you, only if you want it. But...
Well, let me see this one. Okay, so the failures mean I didn't find anything.
There's nothing to find. You're right.
And the triumph means there really is nothing to find.
Ooh, is that how you're gonna cash it in?
If I can, yeah. Like, I didn't find anything because the triumph there isn't anything to find.
Okay. Is that how you're gonna cash it in? I have sown the seeds of despair and
that's how I want to cash it in.
Okay, so you are 100% sure there are no other shenanigans on the ship, and you do have 2 advantage still to spend.
Well, I will take 1 strain back and just pass the blue to the next person who does something related.
Okay, so you guys pop out of hyperspace. You've recovered all of your strain. You feel better. You've had some downtime to eat, drink, catch up on yourselves. You know, some of you were so exhausted from the interrogation process that it was just mentally depleting, and that's why Kay had to go take a nap. So, where exactly are you having the ship spit out of hyperspace?
Somewhere in a remote area of the solar subsystem.
Before we get out of hyperspace, can we fix our main engine?
Can you what?
Can we fix?
She already
our
fixed
main...
the hyperdrive.
Yep, she fixed it.
Okay.
As Kay comes out of his bunk, and he's like, "Before we come out, can we fix it?" And you guys are like,
Yeah.
you went to bed before that happened, but we totally got it fixed."
But
Okay.
now-
Can I suggest that we plot
No, we
a
didn't
course for
fix the
someplace else immediately when we come in?
We didn't fix the crit, but that's all right.
No. Yeah, but can I suggest that wherever we land, we like plot a course to like jump again really quickly?
Well, that was my expectation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My goal was to get us the hell out of the decimator's court.
Right.
So
Which was a great plan. So immediately,
I like that plan.
you kind of give everybody the little 10-second heads up. You were coming out of hyperspace. You hit
Ooh,
the
back
button.
in the pilot seat.
What's that?
I just said, "Ooh, back in the pilot seat."
And as soon as you guys pop out, it takes a second to take it all in, but you clearly see you are exactly where you want, and you have some mining ships that are, of course, mining some of the asteroids that are nearby but not too close. And you kind of like take in this scene of serene space and space culture. What do you plan to do as you realize that was the slowest damn hyperspace jump in the freaking universe? That
Yes.
should have only been 30 minutes.
but we needed
So-
the downtime.
Actually, it's really good that we took that long. We needed it.
Yeah.
Yep.
What crit did we? Apparently, I missed that part. There was
The
a crit?
ship's got a crit on their shields that need fixing.
It's a
Right.
3. It's a 3 purple crit.
Okay.
As Rigger's like, I must have damaged my memory circuits. I don't remember that, or I
Again?
would have fixed it.
Right.
So if Rigger wants to go fix it, I've got the 3 purple in there.
I'd like to go fix it, please, or at
Okay.
least try to fix it. And don't.
Apparently, Rigger wants to make sure that she doesn't flummox that roll.
Yes, please.
As Rigger's like, okay, I've been sleeping now for a while. It's time to get up
Mhm.
and show them what I do
Please don't do that. That's so much pressure.
best.
So it's mechanics, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you're basically working in the engine, and thank God you filled up in strain because you just too strained from stray wiring during the fix-up phase of the critical that you did completely fix the critical, so feel free to hit heal on it so that way it goes away.
Uh,
But you do take 2 personal strain.
I'm used to
And
that at this point.
Do we heal our strain? And so I know we heal our strain, but do we heal our wounds if we?
Nope, just your strain.
I would
Normal
need to
wound
do a
healing
medicine
is
check
not
here.
that quick.
How much are you down?
Me?
No.
Enos.
Enos.
Yes. Okay. I was.
I don't think I've actually taken any damage.
Oh, well then.
It
Ooh,
was
first
all
about-
the velvet glove of the Empire, and you know what they They're like, so you're not intimidated by brute force. Send in the next scene.
gives us a good time. I watch and scan to see if anything else comes popping in somehow, some way. So a delay to see if they follow us is a good idea before we jump to any secure locations.
Okay, and of course, Kay, while he was napping, totally got a communication from headquarters saying, if there's a spy on your ship, do not bring him here. I mean, remember, that base can only move in the same solar system. It can't hyperspace out yet.
Yep.
It needs some big hyperspace engines. Those don't come cheap. It's almost like someone's going to get sent to go kill some.
Is there somewhere they'd like this spy, another location that would take responsibility for the spy?
Well, we could go to the location that we think they already know.
Ooh, I like this. He's going off the reservation. So what did
Our
you guys...
our old hideout.
The old mud planet. You know, the one you all had to evacuate from.
Okay, and we're gonna do what with them there?
The crew has dead silence. Well, he's gagged and tied up with
Did
rope,
we get?
and he's
okay,
making
so-
dirty looks at
So
all of
apparently they're
you.
telling us we should
Well,
kill
no,
him.
we put him tied up in a room there somewhere, secured, so we can have conversation without him. We're not talking in front of him.
Oh, okay. Like that? Okay, so he's somewhere private doing...
I'm gonna go wherever he is. I'm gonna go stand there and watch him.
Yeah, that's why we have a ground guy. He can watch him, but
Edis is
we're
going to
not.
be super paranoid as the guy. Now, do you gag him?
No, I'm not gonna gag him. I'm just gonna leave him there.
Well, I mean,
Just
if
gonna
you're
sit in the
watching
room
him,
with-
he's going to talk shit to you. That's what I was asking.
Oh yeah, no, he can talk shit to me. I'm just gonna sit there.
As he just looks at you and says, my human, real, not disappointed in your client. You know what happened on all of your gone and left charge?
Silence.
Yep. So
I
yeah.
am an Imperial ISB agent. Silence is a weapon only I can.
So my question still stands: what do we do with them on the mud planet if we have nobody there?
Oh, okay. Do we have orders on what to do with them?
Pretty much the hasty response was, "Don't come here," and that was they were trusting in your discretion.
Yeah. And so the communication duplicating device, that's removed as well, or that was part of what we removed earlier?
That's what you removed earlier.
Okay.
We could just shoot him out the airlock or something. Just saying.
I'm not fully opposed to that idea.
But
Only
too bad
partially.
you're not there.
Wait, didn't you say that you had data sticks and stuff on him?
Yeah, he has 2 data sticks.
Okay, I want to
And a
have
tablet, right?
I want to have a completely clean and separated section of the computers.
Well, he's got a tablet too.
Right. I want something that doesn't connect to the rest of the ship or communications.
Don't you have a slicing deck that you could just slice the deck, the tablet, and everything else?
Do I?
Yeah, you said you had your communications gear.
Okay, so I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing with this can't get to the rest of the ship and can't affect my super duper computer stuff.
Okay, go ahead and give me a average computer roll for that. You're gonna partition off the HoloNet here, so he use that.
Okay, and Um,
Yeah, don't you have a slicing deck in your gear? To slice computers and pads and things like that? That's what that's made for.
Where you're locking down its Wi-Fi. And while he's looking that up,
actually, no, I don't.
while he's
I-
doing that,
I've
have
been using.
conversations happening between the prisoner and the guard.
I'm gonna tell him about how cool the Republic is and how much more lame the Empire is, and I'm just gonna talk at him. If he tries to say anything, I'm just gonna keep talking.
Okay. So go ahead and take.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead and take 4 strain as he's scathing tirading you. Words have power. As he's just enjoying getting into this intellectual debate and just throwing in the occasional scathing tirade just to whittle you down. I mean, aren't the Mandalorians supposed to follow whoever defeats battle? Isn't that the Mandalorian?
Question, Jim. Is there anything I can do with standard skills to get back at him verbally, or do I need a talent of some kind?
You would need a talent of some kind.
Okay.
As he's gladly pointing out an interesting level of knowledge of the Mandalorian's, honor code system. Of the Empire defeated you, and your leaders became part of the Empire. Shouldn't all Mandalorians follow along? Or is my knowledge of Mandalorians the worst kind of one where you have to correct them or admit? Which he gladly, if you're silent, he will gladly look at you and say, "It's okay if you are unable to understand." How long until
Yeah,
our Mandalorian friend drags him to an airlock himself?
I'm just gonna come back at him that, like, I'm not only a Mandalorian, and I remember that the Mandalorian way failed us in the past, and that the new Mandalorians found a way to exist in peace, and it was a lot better.
Yes, I've heard Mandalore is a beautiful place to visit these days. Little nasty. He's a
I'll be
mean
gone
man. He really
I'm gonna be
is.
gone for like 1 second. I gotta go let my mom in.
Okay, shall we take a quick break?
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
restroom break if you need it. If not, get some booze and some soda. All right, be back, guys.
Yeah.
Are we back?
No,
I'm back.
I'm back. Wow, that's a hell of a item. An F-eyed crystal. Looks like kind of a hidden tooth kind of deal. Upgraded, daunting, resilience check, fail, and take 10 wound and critical injury plus 40 per for threat or whatchamacallit. Oh,
That just sounds scary.
What are you looking at here?
It's poisons and stuff. It's Affide crystal, AFFIDE. So it's looks like they have it like in a tooth. So it'd be like a break tooth and kill yourself.
Oh,
Wow.
the crystals.
So
yeah.
it's a red and 3 purple resilience check, and if you fail, you take 10 wound plus a plus 40 critical injury.
So is everyone? As somebody's talking about a suicide. So as you guys, I assume everyone's back?
I think so.
yep.
Okay. Scott was the
Yeah.
only one I hadn't heard. Okay, so you guys submit your report to High Command, and after a little thinking, they get back to you saying, we totally have a location to go to. It's a Sullustan mining community. You have a group of rebel cells that we would like you to go dispense your hostage to them for proper interrogation. You can choose to observe if you want, stop, refuel. Just stay within eyeshot of the prisoner. Apparently, they have a history with this agent.
Like history, like they David?
History with with Sullustans in general with the guy.
Oh, good. My
Peachy.
turn. Oh yeah. So let me do my thing on his data first.
Okay.
So what type of check did you say it was?
So what is it that you're doing? The partitioning him off so his data pad is
Yeah.
okay. That back in. Okay, I have that in there for you. Okay, so yes, you tell me what you have done to his data pad.
Okay. So basically, what I've done to his data pad is think that has the data pad think that it's been put into an Imperial terminal to report.
Okay, so you've got the fake data updates coming through. Basically, the fake Imperial MSN.
Right.
It's actually HoloNet articles from months ago popping up as new events.
So now what I want to do is actually get the data.
Okay, so how are you going to do that? You're going to hack it, or are you going to give him the data pad so he puts it in his own communication?
I am going to use my special analyze data skill. Which gives me an average warfare check to analyze the data.
Well,
Okay.
you're saying you have to hack to get the data first.
So after you hack it, you can then do the
Oh.
average check.
Okay, well, in that case, I will code breaker and data stick to break it.
Okay.
Data spike.
Yeah.
So a blue dice for the data spike.
Blue dice for the data spike, remove a black dice for the code breaker.
Yep.
And decrease the difficulty by 1.
Okay, I've got your pool ready. And you successfully crack his data pad. And conveniently, as you're busy cracking his data pad, give your crews the location where they need to go to drop him off, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your data pad
But
gives you.
let's take a while to get there. I want to do some stuff first.
Okay. Your data pad also gives you an interesting ping that I just texted you privately. And basically, you guys are to drop him off, keep an eye on him, make sure the Sullivans don't rip him to pieces. And once he's been broken by the interrogation team there, you can gladly either return him to the Empire or take him to a rebel prison location to be deposited.
Let's stay longer. Okay.
The idea is they don't want him left there because these people don't want him here, so they'll totally either incinerate him or space him.
I'm okay with that. All right. Let's mosey that way while Cave's working on whatever he's working on, I guess.
So what's his actual name?
His name is Quentin Harris.
What's his rank?
He is a captain. IS.
Okay.
And Quinn has no problem getting to this location. It's totally within his people's space, after all.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
But like I said, let's take a slow boat there.
So,
but-
speaking of that, how slow of a boat does Quinn take?
I mean, I'll go, a little slower than average speed there. I mean, the equipment doesn't have to stay with the people. We can take our time with the equipment. So it's
True.
just getting him off of here. So,
Well,
so I'm not worried about
I
that.
want some time. I want a little bit of time with him.
Well, you got a little bit of time, but I'm not gonna take forever because I
No,
want
no,
him
yeah,
off the ship.
I don't need forever.
And I don't necessarily want to stay in this sector of space any longer than necessary myself. So
You mean
And
this
we don't need to
Imperial
stay in this
sector of
sector
space?
what's that?
You mean
No,
this
it's Source Sub.
Imperial sector of space?
Well, Source Sub.
Yep, it's under Imperial control.
Yeah. Well, plus I have other issues with the space
Family.
personally. Yeah.
Okay, so about how many hours delayed does Quinn add to it
I just
without
give him an
making it
hour.
look like it's tanking the trip?
Yeah, no, I just give him an hour.
Okay, so what does Kay do with this extra hour?
Okay. Well, first of all of my computer checks take 25% less time than they should,
Okay.
and I want to do, now that I've got the data, I want to do the data thing.
So an average check.
Yeah. An average check on, I think it was warfare.
Yep, I believe that's what you said for the analysis. And would you like that blue from the leftover advantage last time?
Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, let's make sure.
Oh. Okay, got it in there for you.
Okay, tell me when you're ready.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Damn. Obviously, this guy uses his own private cipher and not the Imperial cipher. Everything is in weird code names. What would you like for the threat? I mean, I can totally give you something.
You mean the 3 advantage?
I mean, the 3 advantage, yes. The 3 anti-threat.
Yeah.
What's that?
What's your idea?
You're poking around the files and you're having a problem because he seems to use some kind of special personal code. Like, he doesn't put people's actual names in there. He has nicknames for everybody, which makes everything kind of gibberish.
Mm-hmm.
But you do decipher that this captain of the ISB happens to have 2 lovers in Empire. One is a planetary governor, planet Lothal. Yes, totally dropping that one. That's the planet. And also a Imperial Moff, who happens to be in charge. Sorry, what's that?
How do you spell Lothal?
Lothal, it's Lothal. Well, I think. I'm blanking, it's late.
It's
I think so.
Lothal.
Thank you. I'm like, I didn't spell that correctly. And
a moth even. Well,
and
that's
the
way above your
Moff
station.
is currently governing the sector of space around the old planet Met. What's left of the Mandalorian
Son
home.
of a bitch.
Well, guess how he knows so much about Mandalore?
I mean, technically, your Mandalorian commander hasn't said jack about their tete-a-tetes going on there, but he seems to be coming out a little shaken up after watching this guy for a couple hours.
Okay. I'm gonna go in there.
Okay.
And
Commander's sitting there on guard duty, trying to ignore him. Obviously, there's some butthurt feels between the two of them. Little trickle of blood coming down the ISB agent's mouth. I'm sure he got too mouthy.
wow, you really pissed some people off, didn't you?
He just looks at you. I don't know what you're talking about. Unless you
Well-
mean your barbarian friend here. Thought Mandalorians were proud warriors. I didn't know they were bullies.
I'm gonna punch him again.
I'm gonna play nice.
Your
guy.
target is point, you know.
Well, you see, apparently, we've been told that we have a choice. If we think that we can get enough information from you, we can get enough information from you. Otherwise, we're supposed to give you to the Celestines. Apparently, they really want you bad.
He just looks up and says, mean the Celestins? Those good-for-nothing muck dwellers that live under the ground if they had their choice?
Yeah, that's what I said, the Celestines.
And he just kind of gives you this glare of just... As he comes back with some smart alecky comment. Give you 3 rain. Then I guess you better listen to your masters, dog, and send me where they want. Don't worry, I'll quicken my boots if that makes you look better to you. I mean, after all, they're not my superior.
I turn to Kay and I say, "Can I punch him again?"
Will it make you feel better?
It'll make me feel better.
It would make me feel better.
Our poor Mandalorian is pretty haggard looking.
I'm gonna go on the intercom and say, "Hey, I just realized I've got some flex debt tape. If you guys need to like silence him or something."
Go ahead and give me a deception.
Well, I actually have some. I have no intention of actually using it.
Okay, and then in that case, give me a coercion if the threat is worth.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
As he just kind of like looks up at the speaker and he's like, "Ooh, you're threatening to blow up a prisoner of war? How full of you! Saul Guerrero would be proud of you. Let's blow up the ship in space with the person inside it that we want to interrogate. Very wise choice. I can see you all are the head of your class." Yes, he's infuriating.
Can I turn up the heat in that room?
Yes, but your teammates are in that room.
Yeah, I know. I'm just goofing.
You can totally make it uncomfortable for all of them, especially you're the Mandalorian. Poor guy will probably be like, "Wow,
What did you say about me?"
the Imperials treated him better than you guys are treating this guy."
Hmm.
I mean, at least he enjoyed getting slapped around. As you slap him and he'd be like, "Ooh." So what do you guys do? I mean, you're getting close to your
Okay.
location.
Yep. I am going to duct tape his mouth
Okay.
and give him to the Celestines, but we get to see him.
Okay, so you guys, connect up, and Celestin comes in with his hard hat on, and he's just like, I hear you're dropping off medical supplies and picking up 1 ton of unrefined ore. Just sign here. And he gives you the winky face. And Sullison winky face is adorable.
Well, yes, but remember that we're supposed to do a check on how you're using those medical supplies.
Oh, of course, we have a wonderful rec room and rec facilities for you to enjoy while we are loading up the supplies and loading up your order. Just please sign here, and he gives you another winky face.
Okay, I'll use a fake signature.
As you know, conveniently he takes the signature and just dots it and submits the file and shows up with a push cart with a closed container that's pretty much the size of a human being if packed nicely.
Uh-huh.
And he says, "We will be back for the medical supplies if you can load them, and we will bring the first of the shipments of the ore."
Okay.
And he gives you
Well,
obvious winky face. And
yes.
two rather for Soliston's very strong looking guys stay behind in their yellow overall work suits, and they just kind of growl at you in their own subtle way.
Okay. So we'll put them in the basket.
And during this exchange,
Have
where's
one.
Quinn, by the way?
Probably in the cockpit at this point, and any kind of communications, identifying myself as Vant Naraka.
Okay. So a little while later, they come back with 2 hover carts with some ore. That's like the first of like 8 shipments they warn you of. That over the next 2 hours, they'll be bringing more shipments. Takes
Okay.
time to
Well,
bring them
I'm
from.
I'm staying with the laundry basket, and I'm going to be pushing it wherever they want me to. And every once in a while, I'm just going to kick it.
Okay, and the 2 big guys kind of like smirk at you when you do that because you get the distinct idea. They know what's in the package. Okay, so is anyone else going with Kay?
Yeah, I'll
Well,
do okay.
Okay, you're gonna go with him. I was gonna plan on staying with the ship, unless you guys want me with you.
No, we need somebody looking after the ship. It would be nice to, between you and Quinn, that'll keep that safe, depending on where like Riggs wants to be.
I mean, I can go either way, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a Solston with you could be beneficial, but at the same time, I do have some history here.
Well, I don't know that, so I suggest to Quinn that he can act as translator.
That's fine. I'll go.
Because not many people speak their language when they start doing that jabber jabber speak.
Right?
Yeah, mwah.
You're all of a sudden you're like, what? Can you say that again slower? So you 3 guys go and they basically take you to a it looks like a mining facility, but obviously you can see where it's been tweaked. It's got heavier shielding that should be radiation shielding, but we totally know is communication blocking. The mining equipment looks rather interrogationist compared to mining equipment itself. You know, hammers, pliers, and there seems to be something that looks almost like a dental seat. And the 2 big guys, you know, they see this female Sullison. She got, you know, her hair decorated. She's definitely on the older side, and she kind of just like gestures for them to got her stim stick that she's smoking, and she gestures for them to put him in the chair. And she kind of like takes all of you guys in. Anything special you guys do when she's giving you guys the look?
What's the proper greeting for these people?
Hand over the heart, an open hand, and just say, may the earth's warmth.
Okay, I will say I will do it and say may the earth's warmth embrace you.
And she just kind of gives you this dismissive feel. I mean, you totally get the idea that this is the landlady from Kung Fu Hustle.
Ah,
As she's just like, yes, 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 yes. I understand. We have job to do. Put him in chair. I will get the information that you require.
Put him in chair.
Yeah, and we unfortunately do need him alive at the end of the process.
Do not worry. First, we start with administering some very poor quality spice. And as soon as she says that, his eyes get huge as they strap him down, and she shoves a breathing mask onto him, and you can just see the spice flowing into the mask as he's just like not happy about being drugged against his will.
When he makes that face originally, I just sort of look him dead in the eyes and smile at him.
That's dark.
dang.
As his eyes roll back and he starts succumbing to the crazy head bob of somebody that's enjoying the spice. And then she kind of goes off to a booth where she goes back to watch some holovid shows. And then she kind of comes back with a syringe. She kind of squeezes out the air bubble and taps on it. And she just like jabs him in the neck, like no niceties about it whatsoever. And he kind of like jolts after that. And she says, and then we give him a stimulant, a strong neural stimulant. And we wait till he starts sweating bullets. Then he'll be a good place. She whips the needle out and kind of throws it into the recycler. Goes back to her shows. And it's just the two big Sullistons guarding the exit, and you guys have him alone in the room. He's barely paying any attention to you guys. Anything you guys do?
Just admire her work.
Then a little while later, she comes up and immediately she puts, those super creepy clockwork orange eyelid peeler thingies that hold your eyelids open. And she just snaps her finger like an inch away from his eyes, so much that the air snap kind of makes his eye dilate. He's like, hey, still alive in there? You're going to wish Granny kills you. So, first, and she looks at you guys like, what is the first question you want him to answer? Eh? Speak up, I have hard hearing.
Who's the most important? I went through the data. What are the code names I really need to know?
Code name Snowcaster.
Well, the most important thing is who Snowcaster is.
Snowcaster, that's the thing you buy, isn't it? And she slaps him across the face, and then jabs a needle into his thigh, and he kind of starts shaking a little. And she's like, "Tell us what you know about Snowcaster." And these guys won't do the meat off your finger. Look at your hands. The meat is already missing on your fingers. And he kind of looks down and starts does this. He writhes his fingers and starts screaming like, ah, 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 my fingers, don't eat my fingers. And he just kind of like looks like Snowcaster is is a name for a patrol craft that deals with meteor smugglers, and their job is to make sure to ferret out rebels that dwell amongst asteroid farmers. And to
Does that fit the code he was using?
from the information you have, a warfare check. I'm to see if that jives with the information.
Tell me when you're ready.
Go for it. So it totally sounds like he's telling the truth that it's a secret project for like secret police inspections of the asteroid communities to try to ferret out rebel troops. And more importantly, he starts going off on a bunch of situations that you totally are taking note of the time and dates when he's mentioning them, where
Mhm.
the Operation Snowcast has made sure to eliminate any rebel sympathizers in a way that looks like an industrial accident. I'm talking like wiping out hundreds of people in a axe. And
Okay.
finally, he kind of reveals that the reason why it's called Operation Snowcasters, their ship is equipped with a tractor beam, and they have basically been using meteors and micrometeors as weapons against the workers.
Hmm.
You know, go in there, shoot them up a little bit, but then hit them with a micrometeor or a meteor, and then you just have an accidental. And then she
Hey, you
sees.
should ask them about passwords.
Well, that stuff changes probably pretty regular, but
And remember
um,
that Cade does have his passwords.
yeah,
Yeah, I have his passwords.
yeah, we need to know what happened to the agent we were, whatever his name was that we were coming for.
And she's like, slaps him again and jabs him with an electrode, and he just like does the disgusting slow vomit on yourself. You know,
Nice.
we would call it the what's his name from Baywatch, that horrible video where he's just puking on himself in the bathroom. And the six stick totally just makes me go brrr. And she's like, come on, big boy. Don't wimp out on me yet. You should have plenty more stamina before this. And she whispers in his ear, and the entire rebel cell has. The ones we captured, we interrogated, left in prison to rot. The ones that wouldn't break, I saw to their executions. That's where we got the passcodes that these fools were just throwing around. They walked right into the trap. My my security droids heard them passing the passcode around in the cantina immediately and alerted me to the. I don't believe I was caught by amateur hour operatives. And she just like jabs him again, and he just does that slight spook. And he's just like, now you have to smell how bad my words really taste. And then she jabs him with another needle of something. And then she's totally looking up at Kay with big, adoring eyes. And then
Okay, what did we get for what he did with prisoner?
he basically told you he locked up the ones that they broke, and if the prisoners wouldn't break, they pretty much
They
executed them on the
executed him.
spot.
So that whole cell's gone. I mean, there's nothing to recover there.
Well, I mean, from his bragging, it does sound like one or two may have been left at the prison that you guys beat him out and left prisoners behind and passed out. Yes.
Yeah, but they're probably so fucked up and gone at this point. So
And then looks up at you like, and what else do you
Okay,
want to ask?
what's next?
Who are you asking?
No, from my code words.
And then he pops off like 3 or 4 different ones that all of a sudden you're like pulling up your data pad and comparing to him, and he's basically implying that there's Operation Night Dancer, which once you get the operation names, it makes it a lot easier to understand the code words.
Right.
Is an ISB plot to actually use pirates against the Hutts as well as the rebels. Because of course the Empire's offering privateers not only legal license to operate within the Empire as sanctioned agents, but the fact that they can keep spoils from any rebels that they capture. They just have to turn over the rebels to the authorities.
And who are these pirates?
There are 3 pirate syndicates. There is the Black Nebula Dancer. They usually decorate their ships with a silhouette of a female or a male dancing, and it's all of black starry field. The other is the Crimson Fang, Trandoshan pirate group. Totally slavers, but in this case, they know better than to double cross the Empire.
What was it again?
The Crimson Fang.
Okay.
And then there's a subtle pirate group that's totally acting as privateers on the space lanes 4. Really close in Imperial space, so they can get away with murder. And they're not known as a crew name. It's just that their captain, San Dominguez. That's Zan, Z-A-N. Now, if someone wants to roll me a 4 worlds knowledge.
Okay. Ooh, I have 3 green. Anyone else?
I can't beat that.
A knowledge check or
Knowledge 4 worlds.
Core World. Let me look just a second. I don't think, but
It's the name.
Core World. My
Yeah.
Core World.
I have 4 with green.
Yeah, I got 4 green as well.
Well, Rigger, you're with me on the ship, aren't you?
Sorry, what?
I said,
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah,
Did
you're
you
on the
go
ship.
or
Yeah, I'm
are
on
you
the ship.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Well, I got 4 green, and so nobody else has more than that.
Nope.
All right, I'll make the check.
Oh, look at you spending points.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Okay, go for it.
We were in balance. Might as well. Look at that shit.
Nice. What would you like for those 3 advantage?
Some additional information.
That would be the correct answer. So, needless to say, you do recognize the name. Basically, he's a privateer known to work with both the Black Sun and the Empire, as sort of like a, of course, an informant, but occasionally a almost bounty hunter, but not actually sanctioned, for returning stolen Imperial ships. Kind of specializes shipjacking returns. Good profession, pirate.
Okay.
And he's known for he's got a reputation as a pirate basically, but no one has ever brought evidence and lived to tell the tale. Usually the charges get dropped. Maybe he's willing to do favors to that kind of VIP.
Related to the Clintons. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Did I say that? Sorry.
no, wrong trade.
Sorry, I did not mention that name in any kind of communications that might have been listened into by any source. I know nothing about them.
Can you beat that on the internet?
No, I can't. Who knows who's monitoring our IP address now?
Exactly. Shit. If I turn up missing, You know what happened?
Read it through the internet. If we all disappear, we know who did.
Right.
Just remember, if I go to jail, I want to live.
Right.
Okay, so you get that information out of him, and then of course, she comes out and she's replaced her, stim stick, and she's smoking it really billowy, and she's like, "Come inside, watch Hollow Stories. He needs to recover before next."
So is he looking pretty stressed down?
He looks pretty strained down to the gills. He's actually pleasant smiling, but you can see his body's physically wilting in front of you.
All right. So I'm like, hold on. So I will do a medicine check on him to recover some strain.
To help
If-
recover
if
his
anybody-
strain.
To recover some strain so he can answer at least one more question or so if anybody has something immediately that's with us.
I was thinking we could ask him if he knows anything about our cell, so we can figure
Okay.
out what kind of
Yeah,
cell they
make
have.
sure
That's
what
a
he
good-
did or didn't get. Okay. So yes,
Go
I
ahead
will
and
do
give
a
him a
medicine check.
medicine.
All right.
That's not bad at all. So he gets a little bit of strain back, and he just looks at you and says, "No, it's not true what they say. Not all listen.
Hmm.
But you really care about me." And he kind of would love to give a friendly gesture to you, but he's restrained at the moment.
Yeah.
And
I just turn,
smells of vomit.
step back. I just turn and step back. Okay. Next question. At least.
And she has totally gone back to her office to wait for more interrogation. So you can totally take over the interrogation.
Yeah. Figure give him just enough back. Get at least one more question out of him. So
So
go
who's
ahead
gonna
with your
ask
question
a
there,
question?
Enos.
I asked him on our ship. You sent a transmission back to the Empire. What were you telling them?
And he's just like licking his lips in this weird savage way that he's enjoying the texture of his lips while stoned. He says, "Your crew put me on your ship and gave me full access to the ship while they went to look for you. They opened up the candy store. I transmitted your hyperspace coordinates to my superiors, and then rigged up your communications, set off a distress beacon to rescue me. You idiots figured anything out. And I don't know which one of you thought of it first, but that savage of yours who hits me. Who does that? Who hits a prisoner? You use your words to don't hit them." And he just starts spewing information about how he totally was going to booby trap your hyperdrive, and then just ended up bluffing you instead, and your crew fell for it. They are amateurs. It's amateur hour.
What about the other switch?
Oh, that was a backup to help me vent the atmosphere in the ship if necessary. Hide it into the environmental system. I didn't have a time to use it because, well, I didn't have a spacesuit on, or I would have died too. That would. Ah. And he just kind of starts a giggle fit and starts, trying to touch the armrest with his fingers, enjoying the texture. And he goes, "Wonder the real."
Hey, Jim, question. When he said that he found the coordinates on our ship. I turned to Quinn and basically double check with him. Hey, before we left him alone on the ship, did we wipe the hyperdrive? You did wipe the hyperdrive, right?
I like how there's dead silence there.
Like,
I don't know that that's been a standard practice, so
so he was alone with the coordinates to our base. Okay?
well, they would have
Mission
coordinates.
now.
They would have coordinates to all the places, so which ones are which, or what's what, wouldn't be identified specifically.
It would just be a list of like your last 12 jumps.
Still, our base coordinates are on that list.
And then he just
Right.
kind of goes, I knew your base coordinates was on that list. I knew it. I knew it. I got you, little rebel, little Mandalorian.
I call whoever's still on the ship.
Yellow. Oni speaking.
You need to send a transmission to base now.
So when you try to do that, remember how he said there was extra shielding in this part of the station?
God damn it.
You get nothing but cold static.
I turn to Kay and Quinn and I say, you guys finish here. I need to warn them, and I'm just gonna book it out of here.
Okay, so you're gonna run through the mining tunnels to get back to the ship.
I'm gonna go as far as I need to go to get out of the shield.
Okay, so you practically get back to the hangar, and all of a sudden you get a nice, crisp, clear signal with the ship.
Oni. We need to send a transmission to Pappy now. The Imperials have the coordinates to our base. They don't know which one it is, but it's on a list. They already have it. Repeat. They already have our base coords.
Well, that's bad news. I guess I should give him a jingle. So yeah, I'll pass. I'll send that in a transmission out.
Just letting Pappy know they need to book and scramble if need be.
Yeah, be ready for whatever. Yeah.
Might be wise. And good.
As the prisoner totally looks at Kay and Quinn and goes, I tell you a secret. Why Mandalorians wear the helmets?
Why?
It's so you can't see they sweat buckets. Did you see how your captain ran away? He's scared. I must have did something. Just between us, what was the actual coordinates of the base?
Just turn around and walk away at this point.
Okay, you're gonna go walk into the what should be a waiting room where she's watching her stories with her.
Yep.
Her, obviously, you've discovered it's her sons at this point.
Yep. Head over to where she went.
And then all of a sudden, as soon as Quinn starts to walk out of the doorway, he goes, "Just you and me between us humans. Which one's your rebel base? If you surrender now, I promise to give you some of this spice."
Don't you know we need to trade? You tell me something I need to know, and then I'll tell you.
You know everything you need.
Good. That's not very neighborly of you. How do you expect me to tell you something if you don't tell me something first?
You should really find out where they get their spice. They refine it really, really. And he just kind of like, here, tell you.
Okay.
You lean in and I'll tell you, see, I really don't not like non-human. It's all Imperial property. I grew up with a best friend who's and he used to get me into so much. But he taught me all the secrets to how to make sure to get the most out of secrets, and that's how I do what I do.
Ooh.
I I I promise that if you let me go, I can make you a very, very rich man.
Well, you should know that you're not actually going to be let go ever. But if you're really nice, I could get a message to somebody.
Oh, it's okay. I've been taken hostage before by the cartels, and the Empire always comes back for me. After all, I I got another.
What's that?
And then all of a sudden he's like, no, I should tell you. After all, you're the enemy, right?
No, I'm here to help you get out, remember?
I
We're
I think
humans.
I think that I've said enough. And go ahead and give me a code, giving a free upgrade and a blue since no condition to resist. But I totally want to find out if you
Coercion or deception?
coercion. Trying to
Okay.
convince him to keep talking.
I do not have coercion.
Oof.
And as you lean forward, and he starts to whisper, the only thing you get, or he bites you in the neck, is don't worry, the Empire will be here soon to pick. And damn!
Wow. That's a hell of a bite.
And as you lean in to coerce him, damn!
Must be part vampire.
And he bites you for 9 points.
Yeah.
Apparently, they must have gave him some bath salts. And he takes a point of strain and kind of like, starts this giggle fit with your own blood dripping down his face. And he says, any minute, though. Like I said, it's not my first time being. And they always find.
How do they find you?
And he just starts laughing and spits out a chunk of your ear. Just the power of the in amp. I don't know. I've been told in empire.
That's
And
crazy. 9-point bite.
he apparently got you right in the freaking jugular. As he just starts this little giggle fit, as you now have like blood running down your side from the bite. Thank God for soak. He almost totally
I get
pulled a
soaked.
Rambo and ripped your jugular out with his teeth. Or Rick Grimes.
Right.
And you can tell that that point of strain is really working on it. And then he just looks and says, don't worry. You can still hear me with the other ear.
Okay, I'll go back to the lady with the stories.
Okay, and she's sitting there gladly watching her stories, brand new calf stick in her hand, and she's telling her boys, explaining the love triangle on the television show. Sands of Ryloth. And of course, you're seeing this whole, melodrama playing off in hollow there between a bunch of, a love triangle between a Toydarian rich merchant and the beautiful Twi'lek and her husband. And
I
there's
look over at Kay like, the hell happened to you?
the poor
I
guy's
mean,
got
for
blood
10
dripping down his
seconds.
side.
I left you for 10 seconds. What the hell?
Oh no, and Jason's computer just died. So what do you do? Okay, what do you do?
I'll just talk to her about how she's really good interrogator and where she learned her stuff.
And she just tells you, I learned it from a couple of Imperials at one point, and my earlier days, we were on the wrong side of the Clone Wars. If you get my gist, the wrong side. Every side lost in that war. It was bad for everybody. Everybody had a. First there was the robots, then Jedi, then the clones, then the rebels. Then it's just been a cluster.
Right?
But I sell my services to whoever needs them, and they get their information, and I have excellent track record. I interrogate. I do not lose my patience. I have great gift for knowing just how much to. I mean, after all, I've made it through 3 husbands because I know how to push or not to push.
As he's talking, I'll step over and do a medicine check on his side of the face there.
Okay, so you go up there and you.
I mean, I can't sit there and just watch him bleed out while he ignores it. Let me know when you got it set up for a medicine check.
And you're still above half-life, right?
No,
Hello?
7.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah. I'm still above.
Okay. So it's only 2 purple, not 3. Okay, I've got it in there for you.
Alrighty then.
And of course, she gladly says, "If
Plus
you need,
1.
I have my tools over there."
I'm good. I'm using my pack, so.
So you whip out your
Yeah,
medical
there's
supplies,
okay.
and she's like, "Oh, look who gets supplies with the best stuff I see." As
Oh
you,
wow.
So
Do I get
that's
strain back?
so you can totally get 2 strain back.
and that's plus 1 on the
So it's a total of 6 wounds back.
medical. Yep. So 6 wounds.
Okay.
He totally stitches up your bite, your hickeys.
So
So is there anything else you want to do before we screen swipe to the hostage being dumped back on your ship? As she says, I'll go back in there and talk one more time. Give me a list of your questions, or you can ask them for real time.
yeah, so basically it's, trying to connect more code words, trying to see what he actually ISB people always have a stash of blackmail material on other people in the Empire. I want to know where that is.
And he totally tells you that, you want to know about the hub. Hubba. And he basically mentions something. Give me a warfare check, okay? And you're just like, a hub? What the hub? And he's just
What
like,
the?
if you know about the hub, clap your hands. And he like pats his hands against the armchairs that he's trained to. You know the hub. It's the ISB's best. We know everything. ISB. Not always understanding if you know what I mean.
About any embedded agents that he knows of within the Rebel Alliance?
Oh, I know too. I mean, after all, if I have to compete with the likes of you guys, I'm Emperor myself.
All right. Are we done with the dude?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, unless there's something else we need.
Oh. All right, we'll take him back. Where were they saying to take him to imprison him?
Basically, the orders are to take him back to your ship, keep him on ice, keep him quiet, keep him chill, and when you get out of the planet's atmosphere, they will totally coordinates
All right. I will.
basically to a desolate mining facility that's like half penal colony, half mining prison.
Okay. And I will ask her for a regiment of the treatment that she's been using to keep him in a fucked up state.
And she's just like, "Oh, you want the cocktail? I give you cocktail to keep him very, very good."
Yeah. And we'll keep him doped up until we get him there.
As
Wait. Where?
What?
We're supposed to leave him here.
No, we're taking him to a prison facility, not leaving him here.
This is the prison facility.
No.
this is the interrogation location.
Right, and in the interrogation, I thought there was also a prison facility here.
And not here. You basically took him here to be broken and questioned, and then take him to a place to keep him on ice.
Yep. So yeah, we make our way back to the ship with them, and then, like I said, I follow her regiment to keep him
Gives
jacked
you
up.
a little gas canister that's full of the gas and the spice combination that feeds him. He's like, no more than 3 puffs every hour, or his heart's messed up. And if it stops, give him one of these. And she gives you basically like a big EpiPen.
Oh,
And
okay.
if you want to make him feel like crap, give him one of these. It gives you a little package with 3 shots.
Cool. All right, we get the heck out of there.
Okay,
Okay,
so she basically has him loaded up in a box after they start to gas him, and she's just like, take him away. And is there anything I can do to knock you out of that medical kit you have?
Yeah, no.
I have lots
Sorry.
of rebels here that could use the medical assistance.
Yeah, I am sure, but unfortunately, this takes precedence at the moment. Maybe sometime I'll make it back and I can take a look at some of the people here.
Ah, that's what every one of the children of Thals say. They leave and never come. Go do what you must, child. Go do what you must. Just make sure you bring honor to your actions, and you make sure that you take care of your.
Always.
And of course, the camera slides to you guys. Getting walked back by the two big guys with your cargo in the box, and you guys realize when the ship doors open up that your ship now has a large amount of raw ore in the cargo hold. As the same little foreman type guy comes up and asks you to complete the paperwork that your cargo hold has been filled. We make good business here.
Yeah.
And he gives you a wink, as only a Sullivan can give a wink.
Yep.
It's actually one-eyed dilating, so it's not all crimson.
Yep. Give him the nod, say all the good stuff, wish him well and Solston and move on.
And you guys start you get your cargo loaded into the ship. And what is the plan to take off to once you get to the clearance? You're supposed to be getting the coordinates for the planet firm to be locked up on.
Yep. We'll head out where they said to go to get the coordinates and go from there.
Okay.
I let Pony know where to
Okay.
go.
You guys head out. You send your encrypted message. You get the coordinates back. Literally, it sounds like the ass end of nowhere. That when you hear the astrogation coordinates, you're like, "What?" And you guys take off that direction because the nice thing is they totally gave you the coordinates to make life easy. And you guys head straight there.
I want to double check the ship again to make sure that we're not like transmitting anything.
Okay, go ahead and give me a computers. Hey, is going all over the ship during this hyperspace for anything. Totally pulls a few pieces of
Jeez.
rigor that were left behind, and this looks like a bug, and destroys it. And Rigger's like, that was my. So, what would Kay like for the triumph?
Okay, something related to
Sweeping for bugs and safety.
sweeping for. Well, okay. Do you have a suggestion?
I have a suggestion if you want it.
Sure.
Okay, so I can totally tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt there are no listening devices, communication devices, broadcasts that you are aware of.
Yeah, because you did succeed with
Yeah,
two.
you did succeed.
Uh-huh.
And for the triumph, I will totally say that you've set up a system on this ship that if someone does plant said communications device, a security trigger will pop. So you're aware that someone has fiddled with the systems of the ship.
Yeah, that's good.
So that way it gives off basically a sad little cat like meow, meow, meow.
You said diddle.
Diddle. I said diddle. However,
Engine not taking strain. That's not good.
for those any threat while you're checking your equipment basically fizzles.
Meh.
Put it under a lot of strain. You've been using it really hard. Your head's really not in the game right now. You're occupied with something. And by the time you finish your sweep, which you are 100% sure did its job, the equipment kind of like, blows a fuse and runs out of energy.
Hmm.
Damn Fritz.
Okay.
So it is currently out of most likely have to be completely removed. I think those fancy antennas probably wore down fine. Or you use them, the less useful they get. Damn self-destructive replacement. This is why those kids keep rebuilding the same droid every 100 years. Those things are built to last. Okay, so the screen swipes to you guys pop out of hyperspace. There's literally this planet that reminds you a lot of Mud Planet, only its atmosphere looks less inviting because it's full of windstorms. And you see the hover buoys giving you the blinky lights to come down. Who's piloting the ship?
I would not mind being the pilot.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
taking care of the prisoner.
Oni is totally getting bragging rights on the amount of flight time he's getting. Go ahead and give me a piloting. Landing on this ship ball of a planet. Its name is Shabal, so it's totally a ship.
All right. All set?
Yep.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, so the ship's gonna take another strain because it's just the shake and rattle of the atmosphere. It's nothing you did. It's just the going to a really crappy planet. You land at the landing site, and of course, a pair of nice Republic, system officers pop out. It totally harkens back to before the Empire era. As they come on out, and they're just like, "Please bring the prisoner. Please ensure." And a guy totally pulls out a checklist. He's like, "Please ensure the prisoner is gagged at all times. Please make sure the prisoner is restrained. The prison facility is not responsible if said prisoner escapes before making it into said prison. It is our guest's responsibility to make sure the prisoner does make it within the facility." And have you done any long silence?
Yeah, well, I follow them along. Like I said, make sure he's dosed accordingly.
Okay, so he's like staggery. Are you putting him just in the container? That?
Yeah, sure, why not? That's the
Okay.
safest way.
You totally lift the container open, show them, "Hey, this guy, he's the guy, and he's sleeping. Leave him sleep." You close the lid, and you guys bring the cargo container in, and of course they check the prisoner. They take an eye scan, they take a foot scan, they take some kind of mouth swab scan, and pretty much say, "Here's your receipt for your prisoner." Little like pneumatic tube drops down, and they open up and give you the plastic sheet permit that you dropped off the prisoner. It's got your information, the prisoner's information. And is there any next of kin we should notify?
So that would be me.
And you are?
Give him a fake name.
His brother Dave.
Everybody's got a brother Bob.
Or Daryl.
Quartermain Harris.
And they put that down and says, "Okay, you'll be able to speak with him at least once a month. Please make sure to negotiate your date range and time range with the warden's office." Provides this little business card with the warden's information.
Can I talk with the warden now?
I'm sorry, the warden is very busy, and the warden does require you to take an appointment, either virtual or in person. As you're seeing this whole total Demolition Man prison montage. Where you're seeing he's getting dragged over and like his ear gets a earring plugged into it that's got his information on it. Then his nose gets a nose ring plugged in it, got the information. Then they proceed to like plug in ringlets in his collarbones, ringlets into his back tendons, take him to his cell, and then they hook him up to chains and hoist him up. And then they put a big sign saying, "Do not talk to prisoner."
Very smart. All right, we need a Diddy Mile back to base, man.
And you've gotten it confirmed that base has moved in the solar system they're in. They've picked a new location. And they're still waiting for you to confirm it's safe to give you that location. I mean, they totally trust you. If you say it's safe, they'll totally give it. You did find the place. They totally trust you.
What do you mean new system?
They basically, in the solar system, they had the base, because remember, it can only move in that solar system. It doesn't have a hyperspace.
Right.
So it moved to a new location.
Oh, okay.
They're not going to tell you until you say it's safe to communicate.
Oh, yeah.
Because you did report you were compromised. So they're like, is it safe?
Right.
And
Yeah, so
you give them the
that's-
thumbs up.
I look at Kay. Kay handles that.
Yeah, we're clean.
All right then, we're clean. Coming back home. Have a hot meal waiting for us when we get there.
Roger that. Thunder Squadron, come back in. Feel free to come in hot if you want to wake up folks, but recommend you come in slow and soft and mighty peaceful.
That can be done. Maybe.
Okay, are you coming in all Top Gun, or are you just coming in all casual?
Well, you know. No, I resist the urge to be a show off, and I'll just park.
Okay.
See, this is me being restrained.
Okay, you show restraint and you park nice and calm and chill, and you can totally tell the deck master's like cringing, waiting for you to pull some shit. And as you guys get walked into the office of Pappy, his office, nice,
Yeah.
relax and put his feet up on the table, as he just says, "God damn, I just have to say you did a wonderful job, troops. So if you'd like, you can totally take a leave of absence, downtime for yourselves, or we have a new mission for you."
Well, we need to fix the ship first. The communication's shot, and we're still down on shields.
No, she fixed that.
Oh.
She did fix the shields.
The crit's repaired.
And
Shore leave's boring. Let's go on another trip.
As he immediately looks at his attaché and says to go get the mission briefings and head to the ready room.
No place to gamble on this ship anyway. Grumble, grumble.
And as you guys start heading out, hey, give me a perception vigilance.
Perception or vigilance. Okay, tell me when you're ready.
Go for it. As you get ready to go, okay, Pappy's attaché kind of gives you the look you need to talk. Flashes her data pad at you, and she kind of walks a different direction than the rest of the crew. Go with the crew.
Follow her.
Follow her.
I'll follow her.
Okay. So you guys go to the briefing room and you notice Kay. But that will be tale for time. As that's a good spot to wrap it up there, and you all have 15 experience.
Yeah.
Get that +5 for kidnapping the Imperial agent in lieu of the Rebel agent.
Probably not.
You never know. I mean, Lucian didn't get treated too out of sorts.
It was early.
He just needed a nappy time to recover from the interrogation.
Alrighty then.
As Kay's having a polite side conversation, and you guys all get there, and you're just like, "Where's Kay?" As the refreshment droid comes in to provide you refreshments, and it just goes gonk, gonk, gonk. I'll serve on top of it. You like the new amenities.
So we were taking the mission, or were we taking downtime?
You guys said you were taking the mission. More than one person said that, so he's just like,
did we?
"Oh, got it."
Okay.
Only gets bored very easily.
Oh, and he's an ADHD pilot. Too much peacetime, and he just falls to pieces.
Yeah, nobody gambles with him on the ship anyway, so he might as well have fun one way or another.
They're like, "Nope, we would like to keep our money for longer."
Uh,
Didn't take long for that to get around.
So yeah, either fleece the other crew members or go on a mission. I'll go for the mission.
well,
So,
I was hoping for some time to do an implant, but whatever.
Yeah, I was totally throwing it out there for you, man. I mean, you could totally opt to go to Med Bay and instead of being at the briefing, get that taken care
Oh, I'm fine with that.
of. Okay, so not only is Kay missing, but so is Quinn.
Uh-oh.
And of course,
I
he
trust my crew.
obviously has to go to Med Bay for some.
I trust my crew.
Oh, this should. So, yep, we will definitely say that's a good place to wrap it up there.
All right.
Right. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, y'all.
Don't thank me, thank y'all. I mean, you did some dark stuff.
Dark stuff. What? I medicated the person and treated him.
Treated him like a human being. Or Sullivan at
No.
least.
Speaking of, do we get any duty?
So what is your duty?
Well, mine was rescue and recovery evac.
Technically, yes, you do get 5 duty because you brought your commander back.
I've got resource acquisition.
You do get resource acquisition for 5 because you came back with a whole full of ore that they can use for something.
Yeah.
One of the guys is like, we can line the trenches with it. And what about rigor?
I have no idea. Guys, I'm bad at this. I'm
Probably
so sorry.
angry because it's combat superiority and she didn't get to kill nobody.
Okay, so I don't have the same eyes you guys do. Where do you see this?
On the very first page of your character sheet.
Very
Yeah.
first page of my character sheet.
Versus character info.
Character info.
Yeah.
Character info. Droid.
Yep.
And then scroll
duty.
down.
There is okay. Yeah, it did.
May have obligation to, but duty.
Well, I'm still.
And
Hold on.
And Kay, what's your What's your duty?
I didn't get any.
Sounds sad when you say it like that, Kay.
Tech
Right.
It's almost like there was secret text messages happening.
procurement. Tech procurement.
Tech procurement, and you didn't bring home any cool.
No, I did not. Okay.
And that's a good place to wrap it up.
Yep.
I don't know about you, but
Sweet.
I am freaking exhausted.
Yep. Very tired.
Eh.
I was up at 6 o'clock emptying a storage unit.
Uh,
Yeah.
I wasn't doing that early, but I was up at 5:30. But
My one day to sleep.
Never.
Alrighty, guys. Have a good night.
Good
thank you
night.
much, all.
good to
Bye.
quote unquote see y'all.
Yep.
Good to hear y'all.
See y'all in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank
And
you
don't forget,
much.
RingCon is coming up on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yep.
If anyone's looking to run games, count tickets, they have it up on their site for signing up to.
Oh.
And it's not just RPGs; it's board games and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't forget Tucson Comic Con because that's happening during the day while RingCon is happening at night ever.
Yep.
And there's also charity games happening for RingCon. That it's happening through the month of August. That most of them I think are happening at Snakes and Lattes, but there's a few that are happening at Tucson Games and Gadgets.
Okay.
You
I don't know
chip
if
in
I've
to
seen
help
any of
the
the new
con,
stuff, but
get food.
ugh.
So they pay you back, and I can tell you for a fact the board members of RingCon are all exceptional, amazing fees that you gotta pick.
Nice.
I'm just
So, what about your two one shots? Done anything? Figured anything? Got other people or anything?
I think I have one more person, so we're up to 3 people for the 11th or Patreon only ones. Totally sneak some
Yeah.
extra bodies into.
Shoot, let me look at my calendar. I might want to slide in if there's space. I just have to check my calendar.
Yeah, go for it. And I still think the guys have not quite commented on what they want to run yet, so it's time to chime in.
Yeah. I mean, I'm up for whatever. I mean, I'm easy. Something different.
I mean,
don't care.
after all, I totally think I'm making a Space Marine campaign. Where,
Oh
of
my.
course, everybody gets power armor, so it's totally like Destiny or Apex. Or
What campaign?
basically, it would be Genesis using a blend of Star Wars, Android, and Salvage, the junk punk setting.
Okay.
Basically, your Space Marines dropped into shit situations. I think Death Watch for Space Marine.
Okay. I'm all good with something like that, or like I said, the other thing I guess I was kind of thinking was what was that Iron? Whatchamacallit? The
Iron Kingdoms, the D&D one.
yeah, that was entertaining. Kind of
That's
interested
a
in
super
exploring
fun
more of
setting.
that. Yeah, be interested in exploring that more. Only played that the one time, so
Yep, yeah, we're supposed to be starting a campaign of that was starting summer, but then all the shit's happened. But in this fall, we're supposed to be starting a Iron Kingdom campaign. I'm just still working on the who, when, what, and where. It's probably going to be like
Okay.
a one Sunday a month game.
okay.
I would
Cool.
totally
I
drop it
gotta
on
go.
the Patreon.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.
Lightning
As
out
we
there.
get all
Nice.
distracted, game.
Right. So yeah. So either I mean, what you were suggest is cool, or if you wanted to do an Iron Kingdom, I'd be good with that too, and possibly interested in the one campaign. But
The actual long-running game as opposed to the one-shot, but the one-shots are fun,
yeah, whichever.
especially if the one-shot is related to the.
Teaser.
You totally do one of those ones where you all either die or survive, and you.
There you go.
Done.
So,
Done.
so that was my one thought. I never went back and responded to you, but that was my one kind of thought was that for a one shot. But so either one of those, I'm happy. Just let me
Alright.
know when.
Ooh, I'd say totally drop a message there just so it's out for everybody.
Okay.
Because those are all good suggestions.
Cool.
All right.
Sounds like a wiener.
All right. Good night, guys.
Night, guys.
All right, bye.